Annual. Part 3. The Vibranium Vendetta. Web of Spider-Man. This is it, the fateful finale. Plus, origins of the Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, and Venom. Wilson Fisk is a powerful man. He did not inherit the title of New York's Kingpin of crime. He earned it and has retained it through a deft combination of brilliance, greed, and intimidation. Which is why these guards inside his Midtown office building stand fast as an ominous whirring figure strides through their midst. They were ordered to. For if not, they'd scatter like flushed quail.
I dislike this Fisk, this masquerade, this parading about like a common human. I'll have it no more.
Really, Ultron 13, you should thank me. After all, haven't I provided you with a wonderful opportunity to exercise your passion for dramatic entrances?
The machine and the man.
I ask that we discuss specifics here because I'm a businessman and conducting business in a sewer. The locale you tend to favor seemed rather unsavory. But to work. We're both after the same thing, the artificial vibranium, recently developed by the Roxxon Energy Corporation. You want it to add strength to your adamantium body. I want it for the immense profit it promises. Our previous attempts failed, which is why I proposed joining forces. My connections can get your minions close to the heavily guarded vibranium stores at Empire State University. In return, you'll bring me a sample of the mineral so that my scientists can analyze and duplicate it. Agreed?
Alliance with a human is a revolting concept, but necessary for the ultimate goal. Besides, when I've at last eradicated all humanity from the Earth, Kingpin will no longer be a problem. Agreed.
Splendid. I'll ring for my valet. Provide you with a new disguise so that you can return to your lair undetected. Something in an 82 large, perhaps?
But other alliances are also at work this day, for in a laboratory at the Manhattan branch of Stark Enterprises, there gathers a confederacy of heroes. Iron Man, the Black Panther, and the Amazing Spider-Man.
I'm afraid data is rather limited. Those computers Roxxon was removing from their Long Island facility probably contained everything we need. But Arthur Dearborn broke my connection before I was able to download very much. He's pretty formidable, even when he's not Centaurian. All we've really learned is that there's some type of instability in the process that synthesizes sound-absorbing vibranium.
Until now, vibranium was found only in the African kingdom over which I rule, Wakanda. Roxxon can be up to no good. I say we confront them, try to bluff them into ceasing production.
Easy, T'Challa. I know Wakanda's economy is threatened by artificial vibranium, but Roxxon can be a dangerous foe. We'd best make sure of what we've got before we play our hand.
You know, what fascinates me about this info is that synthetic vibranium seems to be a combination of mineral and organic matter. That could open all sorts of areas for research.
Maybe, but right now I'm more concerned about practical problems. Like those androids we fought at the Roxxon compound. Someone else seems to be after the same thing we are. But who?
But for the moment, on the campus of Empire State University, still living flesh cordons off a building whose basement houses the vast stores of already synthesized vibranium. While in a nearby science building, Peter Parker walks and worries. Black Panther was supposed to meet me as Spider-Man after class. We were going to join Iron Man to figure out our next move. But T'Challa hasn't shown up. And that's not like, we did it, it works. Maybe. Come on, Ethan. This wide-spectrum microwave bombardment is just what we... Hey, what's up, guys? Success on the aggro front? Well, that's what we're trying to determine, Pete. Take a look at this display from the electron microscope. Yeah, doesn't it look like there's some gross elongation in the stamen cells? Gee, Chip, botany really isn't my field. It doesn't matter. The results are obvious, at least to any rational observer. Those cells were 13 tachometers long before the treatment, and now they're 15. And I say they were 15 all along. You just read the 5 as a 3. Dedicated scientists, totally oblivious to what's going on right outside their window. Well, the guy's experiments are important. They're trying to accelerate plant growth to increase farm yields. That could go a long way in helping to feed the world. But even if I was stronger in botany, I doubt I'll be much help today. Can't get my mind off T'Challa. Where could he? Oh, no, he couldn't. He wouldn't. Roxxon? We have evidence, Mr. Hale, that there's something decidedly unsavory about your vibranium process. I suggest you halt production immediately, or I'll use all the diplomatic pressure my nation can muster to halt it myself. But with due respect, King T'Challa, you're blowing smoke. I was hoping you'd see reason. So be it. He is bluffing. Has to be. But just in case. Expediency Department, Jonas Hale. I have a chore for you. Silent implements. Low profile. Pronto. I suppose the others were right. That little stunt got me nothing. Nothing at all. Take him down fast, before he can scream. Apparently your master neglected to inform you. Kings don't scream. But I won't think less of you if you indulge. In truth, I don't think I could think less of you attacking an unarmed man en masse. But an honorable man doesn't need weapons, doesn't need anything against your like. Not even a little help from a friend, Spider-Man. Look, I know who sent these goons. You know who sent these goons. But it isn't likely they're carrying official Roxxon ID. You got it. So our best move is to beeline back to the university and hope we can learn something new from Iron Man.
I'm here to meet my friends, Arthur, before they arrive. I don't suppose there's anything you'd like to tell me?
Well, I admit there's more here than meets the eye, but I'm sure Roxxon would never do anything to actually endanger the public. If you'll just give me a little time to investigate. Hey, what's this? The military? You, Dearborn, we're replacing local security. These papers should explain. I recognize the signatures. These permits were authorized on the highest level. But why wasn't I informed? Look, not my problem. Okay, boys, set up that perimeter screen. On the double. While in the building's basement. Might as well grab a smoke. It gives me heck if I light up at home. As these things will kill me. Hey, snuff the bud, Atwood. We're being relieved. Ah, nuts. Okay, Sarge. Just let me get my gun. Sarge! Iron Man, I just spoke with Mr. Hale on the phone. He says he doesn't know anything about the guard change. Something's terribly wrong.
No kidding. That's some sort of energy field. And now the guards are opening fire. A low-power repulsor blast should, oh no, knock him into the field. He's frying. He's made of metal. Another android, the Vibranium. The pulses aren't strong enough, even at full power. It's no good, Dearborn. I can't get through.
That's all right, Iron Man. I can. And transforming into Centurion, Arthur Dearborn teleports inside. Nothing unusual. Wait, floor bulging, buckling. Something must be able to negate parts of the energy field at will. Something big.
Have to stop it. Hit it with a microwave blast.
When I learned you were involved in this affair, Centurion, I researched your methods and your tricks. Like locking on to an opponent's energy beam and sending a counterblast back along its path. Blast! I designed this vehicle to retrieve the bulk of the artificial vibranium. But Centurion's attack took its toll. Controls aren't responding. This necessitates a change in strategy. I'll have to return to my laboratory with only what I can carry. Then analyze and reproduce it in quantity myself. As for Kingpin, well, I suppose he'll just have to get his own sample.
I'd better go after. Wait. These crates, hidden from me before by the others, they've fallen apart. spilling their plastic capsules of vibranium. Oh Lord, the nails, the very bands that held them together, all the metal melted. Hey, what's with the force field?
Someone got permission to set it up and replace police guards with androids in the process. But who would have that kind of political clout?
Well, there's only one man I know who could pull those strings. The Kingpin. But what's he doing mixed up with robots? I'm afraid we have more pressing concerns. There's something you haven't been told. Artificial vibranium, in its raw form, is unstable. In time, it turns to Antarctic vibranium, which melts metal. Roxxon's been stabilizing the synthetic with microwaves, but now it's decaying anyway. The agro experiments. Some students are trying to speed up plant growth with microwaves. That must be affecting the organic part of the synthetic, causing it to age more rapidly. Come on, Panther, we've got to shut down those experiments.
And we'd better find out who's behind those androids.
It was some kind of mechanical man. Uh-oh. Trouble. Android guards must think we're attacking them. But they're between us and our goal. Then I guess we'll just have to go through them. And in case you were wondering, yes, they are androids. Whoa, easier said than done. There's about a zillion of these pseudo-soldiers. Spider-Man could swing ahead, get to the agriculture lab, but he doesn't want to leave me facing the enemy alone. A noble gesture, though perhaps not a prudent one. Oh, these guys are a real pain. With apologies to Daredevil, they're apparently without fear. And they also don't have an overriding compulsion to fight fair. I think I've had just about enough of this.
These sewers are a maze. You sure this is the direction that mechanical man took?
Look, no question. This is his lair, all right. We'd best be careful.
Ultron? He's the mechanical man? Got to hit him hard. With a quick barrage of pulse bolts.
There's obviously a man inside that metal suit. A machine would have remembered that for me, battle damage is no longer a problem. Shall we see if the same holds true for you?
If I never see another robot, yeah, I'm with you. But it looks like those students are out watching the fireworks. At least they won't try to stop us from... The machinery's already shut down. They must have given up this phase of the experiment, but... Oh, Lord. Metal support beams melting. The Antarctic vibranium must still be active, continuing by chain reaction even after its catalyst has been removed. Yo, Webslinger, I've been looking all over for you. You're wanted on the phone. Me? But who? Believe it or not, a gent named Fisk.
My sources have explained the situation, Spider-Man, and I'd like to help our fair city by providing certain information recently obtained from broadband sensor scans.
Why are you doing this, Kingpin? What's your angle?
Let's just say no one breaks a promise to Wilson Fisk.
The entire West Coast Avengers had trouble putting this guy away. Don't know if I can... Police band.
Shellhead, this is Spider-Man. Don't ask questions. Just set your circuits to transmit sonics on the following frequency.
Ready to compute. Go.
Adamantium joints locking up. Hard to move.
Polarize your eye slits, Iron Man. We may not have another chance. I'm going to hit him with a full energy blaze.
Don't know what that did to Ultron, but it brought down most of the tunnel roof. Not the crate of artificial vibranium?
Yes, but shouldn't we look for this, Ultron?
No time. According to my helmet receiver, things are getting pretty tense topside. We'll come back for Ultron's remains later.
And you won't find them. But someday, Avenger, someday soon, I'll find you.
We've got the stolen vibranium. Any news here?
Nothing good, I'm afraid. Look, the metal bands. The Antarctic effect is spreading.
Then I'd better get rid of this and take a few steps back myself. Fortunately, the decaying vibranium has already liquefied the force field generators.
But there's no way to contain the melting. And if we don't stop it, it'll spread through Manhattan, destroying bridges, hospital facilities, gas mains. Hundreds of thousands will die.
But we can't just blow the artificial vibranium up. That would only scatter it. And we don't have time to devise a weapon to completely vaporize it.
If the synthetic's only threat is that it melts metal, perhaps we could solve the problem by putting it where metal is already liquid, like the center of the Earth.
Centurion, you can turn matter temporarily into energy, then reform it elsewhere. You could teleport the vibranium to the Earth's core.
But what if it were to resurface? Be thrown out by a volcano? No problem. The intense heat would destroy the compound's organic base. The only thing left would be dead rock. How about it? I'm sorry. Technically, it's still Roxxon property. I can't dispose of it without proper authorization.
Well then, I guess... Crates are taking part of the damaged structure with them, but that can't be helped. At least the building was evacuated, which is what I'd better do before my armor's air cooling system overloads. I'll just seal the tunnel behind the artificial vibranium and... It's over.
An hour later, in the still unsettled aftermath. At least something positive has come of this. I can now return to Wakanda with the assurance that our economy is no longer at risk. Dearborn, you'll be happy to know we've uncovered a rogue cell of corporate malcontents who withheld data about the vibranium process. They're being dealt with severely. Oh, that's good to hear, sir. I knew there was an explanation, that Roxxon wouldn't purposely mislead the public.
It's hopeless. Arthur's intentions are good, but he defines himself solely by his work, and with nothing else to live for, that work becomes more important than life.
Yeesh, I'm dedicated too, but I hope I never reach Dearborn's extremes, and I won't. Not as long as I have my schoolwork, my friends, and my wife. Speaking of which, it's been a long day, gents. And it's time to go home. The end.